Is it working?
Had a little for us.
Alright, so I'm TanyaProject, infamous Call of Duty speedrunner.
That sounds about right. Alright,
we're
go
gonna
ahead,
run in
introduce
Call of Duty.
yourself.
Good. So yeah. Let's get to it. Are we already on go? Alright. I'll tell you when to start time because it's a bit weird in this game.
Yes.
It was a different time, a different enemy. 60 men from Tier 1 teams were sent to face down a force of 500 enemy fighters. Their objective? To force the enemy back from a civilian hospital and keep its occupants alive. For 3 days they held their ground. But the enemy's numbers were too great. The 60 were cut down to 15. They wouldn't last another night, and the enemy knew it. Under the cover of darkness, they evacuated the hospital, sending only one of their own to lead the way. The rest returned to the line and took up positions beneath the bodies
Alright, time
of their
starts now.
brothers. As they lay in wait, the blood from the
Okay, so
dead
this is the
poured
start of the
over
game. You're about to watch America be
fans
completely
suffered.
destroyed. Spoiler alert.
And this really happened.
So the legend goes.
Come on.
Alright.
You don't honestly believe that story's true.
Yeah, I do.
Now, there's not
Come
really
on,
much to say
let's
about the
head back to
first
the
bit because
house.
it's basically just a walking sim back to this house.
Let's
But
go.
it's kind of important not to get ahead of Elias because if you do, the way the game works out its distance between friendlies and enemies is a bit weird. So if you get too far ahead, it thinks you're falling behind and you could get exploded by Odin.
Freak the hell out of your mother.
So that's pretty funny. but you can get a bit close, just not too far.
Another one? There, we'll get a couple more of them before.
You'll notice the movement in this game is similar to most other CODs, except for
Starting to pick up too.
you can't really strafe jump properly. It's a bit similar to Black Ops and World at War.
Dad, let's just get to the house. Make sure nothing got damaged.
Yeah, there we go. I think you're allowed to sprint at this point. The game sadly doesn't have an FLV changer quite yet,
To the house, boys, now!
but you know, one would definitely be appreciated.
It's not an earthquake.
You tell me you didn't sound like Peter Griffin during that
You
scene.
boys get to the house and stay there. I'm going for the truck. Just do it, son. Come on, Logan. This way, Logan. Climb over. What the hell's going on? Get inside. What the hell
Alright.
is Dad talking about? What's Odin? Come on. This place isn't gonna take much more of that. We're not gonna die here. Come on.
You'll notice a lot of cutscenes in this game. None of them are actually very long.
2, 1.
So, yeah, if you ever want to plug anything or whatever, any time's pretty much a good time when I'm not moving.
Odin control, the orbital weapons.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. We are still not quite at our incentive to see the Guitar Hero controller run of Freedom Planet. Please, guys, get those donations in. We want to see this happen.
Roger. We're prepping airlock C. Shuttle's in final docking sequence. Payload 10 meters. Begin rotate.
There aren't too many glitches in this game, but there are a few little funny things that you probably wouldn't notice casually playing.
Mosley, airlock C is ready for arrival. Capturing. Talk back as power pole. Begin retract.
Another thing that doesn't make sense is the way the loads look. You'll notice they're really long, but for some reason I get a really high FPS, and that's literally just for ghosts. Like any other games, it looks perfectly fine. It's just the way it is.
Hey, Baker, give me a hand with the unload.
Odin Main, repeat contact.
Houston, repeat. They were on the shuttle. Give an enemy foothold on Odin control.
Alright, we got our first gun here. See if I can get a quick shot. Yeah, it's okay.
Odin control. Odin's kinetic rods are readying for launch. This is not a simulation.
We can't let them take control of Odin.
Odin control. Federation forces are in
Now here's one thing you probably didn't know. You think normally you have to wait for Mosul to open the door, but you can actually do it yourself. It saves like 3 seconds.
Odin payload 1 uploading. Targeting Los Angeles. Locked. San Diego. Locked. Phoenix. Locked. Targeting Houston. Locked. Estimated casualties. Over 27 million.
Oh shit! Odin's firing! They're uploading more targets to payloads 2, 3, and 4. Houston, what do we do?
Odin control. We have no choice. We're scuttling
It's
the
at the end of the
station.
space sequence.
Sorry, Mosley.
Copy, Houston. Baker, we need to move!
10 seconds. All crew, get to a secure area.
Storm is
Station
reinforced. Follow
destination.
me.
In 3, 2, 1. Odin control. Odin control. Are you copying?
Houston, it's Mosley. Baker and I are still here. Holy shit.
Copy, Mosley. Odin targeting on payloads 3 and 4 have been aborted. But payload 2 is still sequencing. Targeting locked. San Francisco, Denver, Kansas City, Chicago, Washington, D.C.
We're not done, Baker. Let's move to Odin and bring it down. I don't think we're making it home, Baker. Atlas,
Well, basically, it's the Federation of Russian, and basically it's a truce that's been broken. Essentially, we just come into space to try and get them, basically to take over America, which they succeed in doing. And basically, the prime story is in a post-apocalyptic America. It's pretty good. Honestly, I think it gets way more hate than it actually deserves. I think the majority of the hate comes from the failed zombies rip-off Extinction, and the multiplayer wasn't very good either. But people kind of forget that COD is originally a campaign game. But yeah. This mission's just mainly a prologue, and we don't really do much in it. It's the next missions that you'll tend to see some stuff. Plus, we meet Riley in the next mission, which is obviously the highlight of the run. Yeah. First half of the game is mostly just defending stuff.
That's it. That's enough to drop it into the atmosphere. Specialist Mosley. Kira. We have LOS with the crew of Odin Control. Repeat. Loss of signal with Odin Control.
Alright, let's screw this up because it wastes a lot of time. This is the one IL I don't have world record for. Actually I think maybe another book. Basically this mission is very, very weird. It's very RNG, it decides to let you do certain skips, and since it's a marathon, I'm not going to do the risky strat, I'm going to wait for Hesh to actually get to me. Because normally what you'll do is you'll run through here, and you'll just jump on the boat fast, but it's a lot safer to wait for him. Otherwise you can actually just one-hit kill yourself here. Now this does decide to be nice, because 8 times out of 10, it'll stop you from walking up them entirely. So we'll see. Are they gonna be nice? Yeah, they're fine. Mostly that comes from waiting for Hash, because if we don't, then it's pretty much over. And it spawns you all the way back at the start, so... That's the first mission done. Now we just get a really edgy black and white sequence of San Diego being completely demolished. So yeah, I'm gonna let the cinematic play out because it's actually quite nice looking.
Dad, we're okay. Come on, Logan. Get him in now. We gotta get out of here. You're gonna be all right, son. Hold on, boys.
Alright, so here's where you're gonna notice the loads and the fact that they're really long for no reason. Now, we have to take loads off on the leaderboards, primarily because of this. Despite it being built on a modified version of the Modern Warfare 3 engine, it's very broken when it comes to this sort of stuff. This was kind of the point where PC Call of Duty stopped being optimized to PC, and it was more or less just a console war. Because on PS4 it was loads really fast.
And in their wake, the Federation began to rise.
The Federation united all of South America under one banner and devoured everything in its path as it moved relentlessly to the north. After turning Odin against us,
Alright, this is
the
the
Federation
meet the
stood on
dog.
the doorstep of America, poised for the kill. They thought we were weak, crippled, prey, waiting to be taken. Fought hard.
Viking 6, you there? Hey, Logan.
Copy. Yeah, we're here. Go ahead.
Reports are coming in. Dallas got overrun last night. Command wants another sweep of the wall ASAP.
Shit. Any survivors?
Negative.
Sorry I didn't wake you. Thought you could use a sleep.
This is an example of abusing the movement in the game and the fact that you get forward momentum from B-hopping. Kind of similar to Half-Life, just nowhere near as powerful.
Hey, Riley's got something.
Now, as you'd expect, running with a pistol is like 10 times as fast. That applies to pretty much every COD game. So this is what you're going to want to be strafing with. Except in a minute.
Boys got something.
Riley does.
We'll get to that when we get there.
Raj, we'll secure the exit. 2-1 out.
This was, funnily enough, the first world record I ever got in speedrunning. I got it ages ago, about 2 years almost. But it got taken off me recently, and then I took it back again. And then it got taken off me again. Then I took it back once more. But I'm really unhappy with my current PB because there's a lot of deaths. So, I mean, we might actually PB today, which would be a world record. Alright. Now this is just a massive waiting sequences for Hirsch to get here. So, I mean, what I tend to do is to start writing on the wall. So, I'll just write Tanya or something.
Raj.
This side of the wall and we're good. We'll take the
Man, we wasted 100 bullets.
Here, Riley, come on. Search. You hear that?
Oh gosh, I'm lagging.
Wait for Riley. If he attacks a target, shoot to kill.
Oof. Had a lag spike then. Lag isn't streaming. you don't recover for this bit, then yeah, probably gonna see you. Well, I don't know. I really don't want to die here. It's really risky just to run there straight off. I did that in my old record run, but like I say, it's very risky. It's just not worth doing in the marathon. Because, like I say, this game has horrible checkpoints and it will put you back way further than you'd want to be. That's pretty good, actually. Now, we'll see if we can get the instant chopper kill in a sec. We get two, we got one coming up here, and then one again in a sec.
Grab a launcher! Take care of the birds, we'll cover you! Easy, boy, easy! Riley, go!
Two for this as well. Alright. There we go. See if we can do it. And you'd be lucky if you get it. I got it. Maybe. No, I don't think I did.
Use the guided missiles! Take out the chopper!
No, I didn't do it. It doesn't waste that much time, but you can do it in 6 couple seconds. It's really, really important to do it in IO. It's fine. This is just a drive up to the San Diego beach.
Corporal Davis, you're on transport. Roger, commandeer for transport. Logan, you're on security in the back.
And with a beautiful transition that you'll see in a sec. I do like all these guys who are very persistent to help us here. Just trying to look at the strain for getting out of it. Alright. No. All we do now is just walk upstairs and wait again. Offensive fan was all the way in.
Come on, let's go find the old man.
Guess we could just have a look at the scenery all over the look. Yeah, again, this is another great time to plug Gazillion in about a minute and a half here.
Dad,
I heard about the attack. You boys okay?
Always.
Walk with me.
Dad, they're executing civilians.
I know. Their recon teams round up scavengers, drifters, hoping to find a way into the city. It's how they took Dallas practically overnight.
So how can we help? Dad,
Listen, you boys. You're the only thing I've got left in this world.
Dad, listen.
But you're also the only
This
one
mission's
I can
next mission's fun. You get to control Riley for a little bit.
Look,
Hopefully, it gets a little bit tricky at times.
Logan and I are ready.
You two are going to no man's land.
Wait, for real?
We've been on the defensive for far too long, so I'm sending you outside the wall. You'll link up with a recon team, gather any intel you can on the enemy, and get your asses back here.
So where in no man's land are we going?
Somewhere you know better than anyone. You're going home.
We call it no man's land. Span of destruction between LA and San Diego, created when Odin was turned against us. The beaches and surf breaks of my own childhood were now mined and abandoned. Dad told us few men got to operate in no man's land. It was too dangerous, too unpredictable. If he was sending us out there, it must have been important to him. Still, I couldn't help but think this was another one of his tests. A lesson.
You spam Q though, and then basically you'll instantly grab discard. And it makes sense.
Okay, looks like we're good.
Be careful though, because sometimes you can actually kill Riley doing that. Okay.
We are en route to target location. How copy?
Solid copy, Viking. Be advised, recent reports indicate lots of enemy movement in that area. We're on a schedule here, so get that intel and get out fast.
Yeah, one main thing I want to know. When I was saying about the worlds, this run on the Red Panda stream will be RTA, but I got my own timer going in the background off camera, which will take the worlds out myself. So when this runs over, I can calculate the time of the worlds instantly to see if it's world record or not.
I was gonna say, what inspired you originally to want to run Call of Duty games?
I think the first one I ran was Modern Warfare 2. I can't remember how I got into it.
I was gonna say, what
It was when I first got my
inspired you
PC.
originally to want to run Call of Duty games?
I think Modern Warfare 2 was just... It had so much to it. There's a lot of skips, there's a lot of tricks you can do. It's definitely my favourite.
Here we go.
But then I realised it was really competitive and could only get to it. So I went for one that was slightly less competitive.
Scan around. I see 2 tangos.
And I think that was Ghost first, then I did Black Ops 1. Or was it 2? I got world record on both of them, but
Take him out first.
yeah, I got beaten actually.
Nice. Where'd the other one go?
This is important here because if you start attacking and stuff before the sniper gets taken out,
One of these stragglers.
then this guy who's scanning the ground right now disappears, reappears, and then shoots you. And it's really annoying. That's, oh gosh, that's how we always wait. But yeah, there we go. The road's gonna go jump through a window here.
All clear.
Here's another interesting part. We're gonna run through a whole horde of enemies, but we have to kill these first, otherwise they kill Riley.
Riley, search. Clear.
Alright,
On me.
this bit's kind of hard.
Contact front.
But we do have new struts here. We now run over here instead when we used to go around. It's slightly less risky.
Definitely the place.
If I die in this game, it'll rather be to bullets in the mission later on, or a melee, because in this game melee takes about 7% of your health.
Large enemy movement just ahead of you. Where you should be able to intercept them.
Roger that.
Yeah, it really is the only COD game. I know TM was gonna do Modern Warfare 2, but sadly he's left the COD community anyway.
Tracks are fresh. Looks like they went this way. Vehicles incoming. Shift right. Perfect. Easy, easy. Let 'em pass.
There's something fun you can do. You're supposed to wait on these guys properly to attack them yourself, but it's just so much easier to do over a knife.
Hang on.
Gosh, did I fuck up? Nope, I'm good. That could be really bad.
Straggler on the right. 2 o'clock. Take him out. Good kill. Stay low. Follow my lead. Jackpot.
This is one bit we wish we could just run through,
Massive
but
enemy camp ahead.
sadly, you kind of have to stealth it a little bit.
Here we go.
You could just do little sprints here and there like that,
Okay, lots of enemy movement here, so
but
let's take this
these
nice
guys
and slow.
are quite good
Scatter
at
out
looking
and stay out of sight.
for a card
You'll
king,
alert
to be
one of the
honest.
guards. Remember, move slow and keep Riley hidden in the grass. This should work. Okay, we're in. Let's find out what's going on here.
No, you don't have to stay still for these guys, but you really do have to stay out of their AI. So this is Rock. He's the main antagonist of the game, but also not the main antagonist.
The guy on the trailer.
He's probably the only COD antagonist that actually has a good reason for doing what he's doing, aside from Menendez.
Hey, you see that guy's mask?
And T-Mag. Sad reacts on you. Now, if you take your vision off him for like any longer than about a minute, any longer than like 3 seconds, you'll lose the mission. No, you do. You just run. Yeah, like that. That was a bit risky, but we did it. Not exactly a marathon stage strat, but I do it on my SS, so.
Roger that, we're on our way. Good boy.
And here's where Riley saves your life the first time.
Let's move. Stalker 6, we're headed to your position. Don't start the party without us.
Now this dog will protect, but he also attack. And that's pretty important to note here. And no matter what you do, you will always miss this shot. But don't worry, because Marek will save you. Sad part is the pistol will be out of ammo now, so we'll probably be going to, for the marathon's sake, we'll run with the honey badger, but
You look lost. We're not lost. Looking for you.
yeah. Dying here, and this is really bad, but if you die in this section coming up, you will respawn all the way back down there just after Merrick save you.
Alright, we don't have a lot of time.
So it's really important we don't die here.
Enemy contact ahead.
Hang on. They're taking off. Right on schedule. Got some stragglers on the road. Could be trouble.
See him. Oh gosh. Yeah, that's a very neutral thing in COD, having the grenade come over. Luckily we survived that, but that could have gone horrible. Alright, it's mission 3 then. Almost a quarter way through. Now, you'll note how I have a black screen for a couple of seconds, and you might not think anything of it, but that is actually more exclusive to my own PC than anyone else's, because it's some weird glitch that can sometimes happen when you install it. And what it does is, it takes a couple seconds longer to load into the next level, and it doesn't count as a load. So technically on the run, I'm around about just around a minute slower than everybody else, just because of that. Which is really annoying, but I don't really want to reinstall 30 gigs, because my internet isn't exactly
These were the
good.
men Dad had spoken of. The ghosts. And someone dared to go against them. They were headed to San Diego.
Alright, remote sniper's online. Scan around. We need to get eyes on Ajax. There, 12 o'clock. Zoom in. Right there, zoom in. That's it. That's our building. It's not loaded.
Alright, with this grenade launch, you actually only need to fire one of them instead of all of them.
They're moving it. We should go now.
We're going in there. What about backup?
Why do you think you're here?
Convoy incoming.
Like, sometimes I wonder if you don't even need to do any of them, but I've never tested it. So, let's wait down here now. Now here's something really funny about this game. You can actually duplicate the characters here on the glitch. It doesn't waste any time, or save any time. But you'd think standing here next to the door would make this a lot quicker. No, doesn't make any difference. Yeah, anytime.
Convoy clear. Let's move.
Alright, let's load up.
By the way, do you have a moment I could read a donation?
Thanks, Lewis. That's my cousin.
Watch the bird.
Oh,
We
it's
have
Mike, my
$3
cousin's
from
best mate.
Zaruak. Thank you for waiting a little bit. I missed this earlier, and it just says, "Good luck on your run."
Moving Ajax, so our window's closed and fast. Hit
Well,
another
what the-
flank and work our way up from there. Search again. Full charge when you're ready.
Alright. Here's the next run past everybody's seen that can get you killed really quickly. Now, here's one place where the meleeing isn't the biggest problem. It's actually the soldiers shooting at you. This game's actually programmed well in terms of bullets hitting you. It's not really like COD 1 where you can just run through which way everything. So now we're standing here, we're just gonna spam N on the sniper. Get there early. Yeah, we'll do it. Alright, now normally you have to wait for a cutscene, but if you're quick enough you can just run through the side here. This door hasn't got an invisible barrier, just run past everything. So yeah, that's that. What you do now is spam N again for the sniper, and we're just gonna take out these RPGs real quick. Actually hit them. Alright, now another small trick just up here. Grenade launcher. Use that in a sec. You don't have to wait for him to get down there.
Stick with Riley. He'll lead us to Ajax.
Now this is another mission where you have to actually take everybody out. But your teammates do a lot of it too. This is why I like this COD as well. Your teammates aren't actually useless. You also know this game does really get dark. Never rogue grenade though. Oh, it's key. We're actually on a pretty good time at the moment. one of the biggest problems here is gonna be the mission after this next. It's a sequence that like pretty much everyone has a problem with. So we'll see how that goes.
See if there's another entrance. We'll wait here for your signal.
So this is where we find Ajax and dead, and you discover that Rock is actually hunting the ghosts, which is pretty much the main plot element of the game. But it's mostly explained in the next mission, who Rock actually is. And it's a cutscene we can't skip, so anyone watching who's curious about the plot can find out though.
So of course, guys, we are 75 of 100 away from getting Freedom Planet played on a Guitar Hero controller. It just takes one $25 donation, and hey, we are so close to hitting $1,000. Let's make this happen.
It's bad. Son of a bitch. Hang in there, Ajax. Hang in. Rourke's targeting ghosts.
Who the hell is Rourke?
No time to explain, kid. They're coming in. We need to move. Keegan, bring it. It's been okay. You leave me. Logan, fit him out with the remote sniper. Those choppers are all right out of here. We'll take the one on the far side of the field.
Funny
Take out those LMGs. It's clear. Go, go, go.
challenges? Mostly just getting meleeed. That's for meleeing and grenades.
What kind of challenges are there in general speedrunning
a
a game like Call of Duty?
And they're really relentless, especially in Treyarch ones for some reason.
We're good. Now get yourselves home.
I'd say the hardest COD game to run is probably Call of Duty 2. Ghost is okay though. Plus it's like the one COD that has no soft locks. Well, I think that's one, but...
Covers with the remote sniper so we can take off. Hey, on the turret.
Logan, can you hear me? Dad? We've got a full Federation division moving on Fort Santa Monica. You boys have to get back here quick.
Dad! Dad!
I'd seen soldiers recover their fallen before. But not like these men. There was a reverence to how the ghosts treated Ajax. The exact opposite of how he must have died. If this man Rourke had killed him, he'd taken his time. Now, he was actually hunting the ghosts. But here, once again, the Federation was attacking us. And we were headed into the chaos.
Okay, this is another good mission.
In the middle of that battle was our father. We had to fight him.
Actually, I quite like this one. It's short and sweet. Yeah, we don't see Riley for another few missions sadly after this. Yeah, it's kind of like a brief appearance in this mission. Just hear him a little bit at the end. Now, I've experimented with this quite a few times, wondering if it's kind of like how World at War is with the airfield mission, where if you target soldiers, will it go quicker? And it doesn't. I think it's purely time-based for some reason. Now, grabbing a weapon here is completely and utterly pointless, because as soon as you get down into the streets, or not streets, but onto the beat, you will literally have no weapons that you picked up. It'll literally just be the same guns. Now we just spam N again, because it doesn't really give you a countdown on the Osprey, so. Now we'll do 2 stripes of this, because there's literally no other way if you clean the entire beach. Now we're gonna run through with my assault rifle, but then the pistol here. Apparently because it's extremely risky. And again, with the bad checkpoints, you screw this up, you'll be starting right up there before you even use. Oh no, that's not. Oh look, that's a checkpoint me, okay. It's not very uncommon to have it effort, to be honest. I told you it'd be rather a grenadier. That's too bad. Didn't waste too much time though. Now it's more or less just waiting to hash while we spam in. And one more. I should see if we can get planted by a grenade again, because there's actually a decent chance of it spawning here. Okay, we're good. So this is Riley's last appearance until might be Sensei, I'm not entirely sure. Which is a bit further on. I do like the way the programmed earlier. Now you've got your mandatory Call of Duty getting cornered and have to tap a button really fast sequence. Oh gosh. What happened?
Worse than it is. You're gonna be okay. Watch out! All right, get us out of here. Hey, we're not going anywhere. Calm down, kid. Hey, we just saved your asses. You didn't need your help. The hell you did. Start, all of you.
Plot twist.
We have to go back. Our dad's down there, and we're not leaving without him.
That's real admirable of you. But your father's not there anymore.
Dad, this whole time you were one of them. You're a ghost.
Try the ghost. That's your commanding officer.
You boys have no idea how hard this was for me. But once I make a choice, there's no turning back. You and your brother still have a lot to learn, but you passed all your tests. Welcome to the Ghosts.
We're ready. We won't let you down.
There's no way you ever could. I'm proud of you. Both of you. That's all well and good. But what the hell are we gonna do about Rourke?
Rourke. That's the guy hunting the ghost, right? Yeah.
Alright, so this is another flashback.
Very good.
Coming up now.
He knows how we operate. But how's that possible?
Pretty good
He was
one,
one of us.
but it's difficult.
It was 12 years ago, when the Federation's military threatened all of South America. Their leader, General Almagro, demanded all US-born citizens be imprisoned or executed. It was Rourke who convinced Washington to let the Ghosts solve the problem. The US sent an invasion force to destroy the Federation. Rourke led us to eliminate Almagro. But Rourke became obsessed with him. He talked of the man as if he were a bounty, and it was clear he would stop at nothing to claim that prize. To us, Rourke was a legend. The man could walk through hell and not get burned. Ghosts were the best of the best. Rourke was the reason we refused.
So yeah, if you noticed, same guy who killed Ajax. And it tells you why in this mission. They'll get blown up by a tank in a sec. Once they do, it's okay to... Otherwise, you'll probably get insta-killed. Okay. Alright. And you can probably see... Yeah, it's actually a lot faster to run with it.
I noticed you keep changing over to your pistol
It's,
now. And I'm sorry to interrupt. I'm just curious if there's a
well,
reason
it's quite
to
games.
specifically use your pistol. It seems like when you're moving around.
Especially Ghost, for some reason your weapons tend to weigh a lot. As opposed to a pistol. Which doesn't make sense, I mean, because you're still carrying the gun. Grenade of a grenade. Okay. This is a very difficult bit. So we're just gonna wait for the truck to go ahead. We're gonna kill these guys as we run because this is a run kill. Oh, we're gonna make it. Oh, we're gonna make it. Oh, we're gonna make it. Yes, we are. That is actually one of the hardest parts of the game. It looks easy, like it looks like the rest of the stuff you do, but the amount of risk of running through that is extreme. And I've actually lost a lot of runs to it before. The rock is actually supposed to be ahead of you here, but even so, it still triggers the dialogue when you get to these stairs, so. Even though he's like still in the water as he stays low. Now we're gonna be getting rid of the honey badger. Is it honey badger? No, it's the Remington. Yeah, we're gonna be getting rid of this soon and replacing it with a submachine gun. Subs are pretty good to run with as well. If you can't really risk running with a pistol, then the sub's the way to go.
Permission to speak freely?
But running with assault rifles is really gonna slow you down.
I mean, that asshole just flooded the damn city. And took out half his own guys.
And half of ours, too. We're ghosts, Merrick.
You're getting compromised is the main part of this, so as soon as we see a soldier, we gotta shoot him.
No, sir.
It's hot out there.
No, it's important to stand here too because, well, you'll see in a sec.
At least 3 tangos, 10 meters.
And there we go. Otherwise, the whole roof starts crumbling and it takes a couple of seconds longer. Not a big deal, but not something I really want. I'd say it's more accurate to be honest. Most guns in this game require you to be aimed down the sight if you want
a
to
lot
make
of
a
this
good hit.
spray and pray kind of stuff, or
But,
is it really a lot more accurate?
Yeah, and there tends to be a lot of enemies as well. It's basically Infinity Ward's way of stopping you from just rushing through the game. But, you know, speedrunners find a way.
Now, brother. Follow my lead. Shit, stay down.
So now we're gonna take his sub. This is actually a pretty decent gun.
Take him out on your mark. Grab a gun off one of these guys. Priority 1, surviving. Let's get to higher ground. This is like old times, eh, Elias? The city's falling apart. Deliver our window fast. It's gonna break apart. Clear, on me.
Any call signs on this frequency, please respond. This is Ghost 2-2.
Got you in the clear, Merrick.
Rourke, we have eyes on Almagro, but are taking fire. It's west of the hotel.
Roger, we're on our way. Let's go. Looks like we're saving Merrick's ass again. Alright, we regroup.
Now we pick up this here. Now, this bit is very, very hard. But you know, we're gonna risk it because you'll. I'm not entirely sure if I died here during PB. I think I might have once. But essentially, you're either gonna save about. This is the one skipping the game wheel with checkpoint, and it's not too much risk of losing. So it's worth it. Give it a go. Yeah, we did it. It's quite a hard skip to do, to be honest. And naturally, you'll miss every shot on this dude. And if you look at the back, the blood's still coming off the guy in the chopper. And it's still coming off. We're just gonna spam left and right now, so because you need to grab him right away, and also you know.
Everyone good? Elias, I need you to...
Alright, so this is why Rock hates everybody.
What are we doing here, Elias? We can't save him! Elias, we're too heavy! You gotta let him... Elias!
So what did you do?
I made the hardest decision of my life. I let him go and saved the others.
So what happened to him?
We searched for his body for weeks. Finally, we were pulled. He was declared MIA.
But why is he a ghost?
The Federation got to him first. Whatever they did.
Right, so this is, in my opinion, the official halfway
And a
point.
ghost won't stop
Once we
until he
finish.
completes his mission.
So find him before he finds us.
Exactly. There's a man in Caracas who knows where he sleeps. Victor Ramos. He heads up.
Now this is supposed to be a stealth mission, but it really isn't. Kind of how all gillied up in COD 4 isn't a stealth mission, really, when you can jump ahead of everything. You're supposed to like hide from everybody and stuff, but really all that you end up doing is shooting everyone before they can do anything.
Cleaning up the signal. Receiving data. Receiving uplink.
Now we're not going to be using that sniper at all. We're going to be using the Vector for now, until we can pick up something slightly better.
Mission is a go. Hard copy, Scarecrow 6-2 out.
Fire your line, kid. Hook up.
Now we gotta be kind of careful here, because you can sort of soft lock Keegan. But we should be okay. solely there that you can mess it up. We barely made it, so happy days.
Clear. Let's get moving.
Here's another. This is another stealth segment we're gonna skip.
Control center is on this floor.
No, you're supposed to wait for these dudes over here, but we're not gonna do that, and we're just gonna carry on with this downward sequence, despite the fact that they're coming to kill us.
In the back. Let's go.
Press the button.
Patch in.
Tango's coming to finish up.
No, we're not gonna hide in the alcove. We're gonna kill him. There you go. No hiding for us.
Quick, hide the alcove.
No, I believe that's the last stealthy part of this mission.
Let's get back to the ropes and hook up.
I think. Then maybe a Nova.
Ropes.
I don't really call this next bit stealth. I mean, I suppose you're supposed to take them out one by one.
Kill the lights. Beautiful. Two on the left balcony. Move down and take them out. I got him. One right below you. Move above and we'll do this quietly. Alright, take them out.
Oh, an AK-12. Let's try that. Alright, we're going to see if one of these has the bricks.
Remember, we gotta shut down the elevator, seal off his chance to bolt.
I've got the main bank in the west wing.
Anyone? Got a CBJ and the bricks. Okay, cool.
On me.
Drop him.
These two guns should suffice. Actually, that drop was actually really good, because they're both pretty decent weapons. And if you didn't happen to pick up an AK-12 though, you can just pick up both of those, because you really don't want to be using that sniper. If you don't stand there before he gets there, you can actually soft lock. Just stand and one move at all. There's one card I really don't recommend running at a marathon, it's Black Ops 1. There's a soft lock in almost every mission and they're very easy to get.
We're entering from the northeast corner. Roger that. Almost to the control room.
Alright. Power to the elevators. Looks like we've got company.
Oh gosh. No idea where he came from. Yeah, that was decent.
Target's down. Give me extra charges, I'll cover our exit. Hook up to the ropes.
No, we're gonna get hit in the head with a bank vault in a sec. Oh no, you can actually get an achievement for that, it's never happened before. I played this on Veteran, you still don't take any damage from it, so I don't really understand the purpose. Except for it being a joke, I guess. That was really good actually. Here's another interesting bit. This is another area where you're literally forced to like kill everything if you want to proceed. Except for like people behind you, because like I said, your teammates are actually decent in this game and they will take out some of them. Just don't expect them to take out all of them. Which is why I'm taking my time here. For some reason the Brixton is very low. Keegan gets it. Yes, Hash. Okay, we did it. Now we may or may not get the floating sniper rifle. It doesn't do anything, it's just kind of funny though. I got that in my world record run, so we'll see. Nah, we didn't. This sniper rifle here can sometimes be hovering in the meadow. Don't mind the guy that flew past me.
Damn it. He's not here. Ash.
I got him.
He knew you would come. Where's Rourke? Where is he? No one knows. Ash. You have 5 seconds to deliver coordinates on Rourke. 4, he's not here. 3. His location isn't there. In an encrypted file.
Well. If it ain't the Walking Dead,
Rourke.
I knew you'd follow the breadcrumbs.
You tried to kill my father, you piece of shit! Ash!
The sons of Elias Walker. Boys sent to do a man's work.
Where are you, Rourke?
Where I am doesn't matter.
Like how he's talking about death and Logan's just jumping from couch to couch.
From this night forward, Elias lives with the knowledge he sent his own sons to their death.
It's a setup. Let's move! Command, mission's compromised! I'm testing an aerial exfil from the 52nd floor!
Copy 6-2. Prepping emergency team to rally.
They won't even try and shoot you. They're kind of too busy trying to escape.
Find a window before the whole damn place comes down!
Oh, in case you didn't guess, we've all got parachutes on.
Copy, we can jump from here!
Don't ask how that works.
To the window!
I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do that.
Truck and shoot! It's going down! I'm on it, Duncan!
So this is the official halfway point of the game. So yeah, halfway though.
Scarecrow, we're airborne. En route to Rally Point Echo. Good work, you two. Now let's get the hell out of here.
Right, this mission's interesting because it kind of switches between being a helicopter and also being low. It's pretty good. Although it can be a bit tricky in certain things.
He moves every 12 hours, but for the next 12, we know exactly what
Previously, before I tested this, nobody exactly knew what the objective was with this, with these helicopters. But it turns out you gotta destroy certain things,
and they want him alive.
certain enemy units on islands, and you couldn't miss all the others. So that's interesting.
Fired 5-0, this is Outlaw 1-1. We're 2 minutes out.
Roger 1-1. Remember, we're here for an HPI extraction. Keep the
I think this is the shortest mission in the game. I believe my world record on it is about 6 and a bit minutes. Might even be 5 to be honest.
To be able to fire on these guys.
Alright, we're cleared to engage.
5-0, do you want the 30mm
Hey everyone, if we do have a moment, just want to remind you all that we still have some goals that need to be met. We need $25 to see Freedom Planet played on the Guitar Hero controller. This would be the literal finale to our marathon, so please, let's see this happen. We also have several bid wars left. You can choose whether Hello Kitty will be wearing denim or a swimsuit. If you would also like to choose the color of the catbird in Catbird, right now the blackbird is winning with $16. The goldbird is at 15. So if you'd like to see a pretty sparkly gold bird, all it would take is a couple dollars.
I go the wrong way. This time that's happened the wrong. Yeah, you'll notice this what the assault rifle is for this superior gun. At least what I'm doing. Let's recover real quick though. Yeah, use the pistol for the rest of this. Please die, thank you.
Enemy ordnance outside your building. We're engaging. Danger close. Repeat, danger close. Ordnance destroyed. You're good to go.
Oh gosh. Don't know what the hell was that.
See that enemy fighters coming out the building ahead of you. Roger that.
Yeah, sometimes you can get hit with a friendly chopper though. Oh gosh. Right. So. For some reason my stun grenade killed them all. I don't know how that worked. It never happened, but I mean, I'll take it. Unlike it was. I did that back actually. The next mission maybe. But this was a pretty short mission compared to, especially the one after the next one, because that mission's actually about 15 minutes long. Mostly because there's an 8-minute defense mission, but.
There are ancient tribes deep in the Amazon who have perfected the art of torture over hundreds of years. The Federation embraced this heritage, enhancing it with more sophisticated methods. They kept Rourke in a hole for months, feeding him food mixed with the poisons of exotic plants. As they broke down his body, they went to work on his mind. When his mind broke, they went to work on his soul.
That's enough. What did they do to you? Same thing you did. They set me free.
You taught me a long time ago. Ghosts don't break. Now, I'm gonna ask you one more time.
Everyone breaks, Elias. Why don't you ask your buddy Ajax? Well, he were still with us.
Grab his chair. Grab his chair. Bring that bastard over here.
So this is how it ends, Elias? You gonna throw me out of this plane?
You're gonna tell me all about that dig site in San Diego.
What? You gonna drop me, Lieutenant? Again?
Answer me, Rourke.
You really think you're gonna break me, Elias?
Get ready for the most realistic capture sequential ever.
Here I am!
actually shoot them.
There's always room for one more.
But you know, shit happens, and then apparently shoots still work when that happens. But, you know, here we are in the middle of the Amazon forest. We're gonna waste no time getting to back here. All we have is a pistol, but that's really all we need. At least until a little bit later. And we'll try and pick up an AK-12, preferably. Or an SA.
Everyone report in. It's Ash. I'm with Merrick. Good. Keegan's with me. Logan? I saw him get snagged on some trees before we landed. Shit, get down. Looks like we got company. We're coming to you. Logan, if you can hear me, try and find the crash site. We're just a bail. Keep your phone quiet and you will find us.
I'm surprised I still remember that stretch, to be honest.
The hell was that?
I mainly only de-rust a couple of levels I was bad at. I think it was this level that screwed me up. My deathless attempt a couple of months ago. I never did this game.
Try to move around. Logan, we can see you on the tracker. You're almost due.
Now if one of these has a good gun, I guess an AK-12. I got an SA though. Oh. Okay now. Wait, there we go. Fob. That's good. For the marathon's sake. Oh, we do?
You boys good to go? Mako's picking us up 2 clicks from the... What the hell is that? Either way, let's not make our...
By the way, we do have a donation from Ness. Yes, he donated $1, and he said, "Hey, I made the layout, but putting this to Freedom Planet, one of my favorite speedruns, couldn't hurt at all. Congrats on raising this much staff and volunteers. Good luck on your run."
We should be okay. At least on this mission. That was the hard bit. Thing is, you're actually supposed to be all the way up. Hence why he yelled ambush when that happened a long time ago. They also slows down your walk speed for some very weird reason. We had good luck getting this SA though. Alright, we're gonna wait a little bit down here because trees aren't very nice in this level. Okay, that's fine. Now you get unlimited sprint on this bit, which is nice, so you can just continue. Surprisingly not holding shift doesn't make a difference. And that's the end of Hunted. I believe the next mission is Clockwork, and there is one decent skip I can show off. Although I'm not entirely sure if you'd skip. It does save around 2 minutes though. But I'm pretty sure it was intended. It does royally.
say conclusively, the missile launched in the Yucatan did not hit the USA.
Where did it go?
That's exactly what I'm sending you boys to find out. The president has authorized Operation Clockwork. An assault on a Fed
Now,
facility high in the Andes.
this is probably the one instance in the game we'll actually use a sniper gun.
And gather any
But we will do that for one reason.
Time.
Take these guys out a wee bit faster.
Move out. Kick. We've acquired enemy uniforms and are headed to the security checkpoint. You hit the checkpoint and get in position for incoming patrol. Checkpoint's ahead.
We got 10 minutes to acquire transport and be inside Blackbird before we cut the power.
Let's see. Let's go. Which is this? Too bad. Could have been better though. There's a funny little thing. This is ice and you can slip up. But if you control it well...
And clear that body. I can see it from here. Hesh, in the back, covering me. Kick. Redbird is secure. Where's the patrol?
We passed the outer perimeter, heading your way. Right on schedule.
Alright. I suppose you could go with the skip here. You can knife this guy early. Just wait for the BTO.
Let the BTR pass.
Alright, we've got about 40 seconds before we can do anything.
Clean and load. We need to be green in 30. Bag. Everyone in. Let's go. Once inside, keep your spacing and minimize shots after the blackout. Hesh, be ready to hook into their system when we get to security.
Roger.
Scarecrow, we're at the clubhouse. We've secured a vehicle and are moving to Blackbird.
Copy actual. Blackbird is quiet. Your go.
Yeah, it's used in pretty much every single car.
By the way, it was just us
Essentially,
in
it's just got
chat.
basically, they realized people could strafe jump in Modern Warfare 2 and 3, and strafe jumping is a similar movement that you do in Half-Life and other similar FPS games. But the movement in this is a mix between bunny hopping and strafe jumping. Since you run out of sprint, you bunny hop in the meantime, which gives you slightly faster movement than running. And bury them together, and it's basically just as helpful as strafing. This game's pretty good for it, and most of them are. But then the next game that Infinity Ward made, Infinite Warfare, you could actually do it perfectly fine. So I'm not entirely sure why Ghost is like this, but that's basically just all we did with the movement. Okay, shot him in there.
Road clear. Don't have much time.
Oh gosh, I forgot about those.
Let's get that button in place.
Patched in. Once the power's on, we'll have their eyes engaged. Running static test pattern now. And confirm signal.
Check. Movement ahead.
Kick, we're in the green zone. Prepping Victor now.
Check. 30 seconds until power is restored.
Hydraulic seal needs to go.
It's important you have audio for this bit when you're doing it, because if you stop, you have to do the whole thing again.
Stop. That's good. Good. First shell's down. Setting charge. Moving to number 2.
20 seconds.
I'd say I like this mission, but the defense is just a bit boring.
Hydraulic seals are down.
know is
Cod's cool.
you
Unlike
better at
third-person
running.
games, you just gotta learn right. Thing is with COD, most of it is scripted, so it's all down to optimization to get a good time. That's pretty much all there is to it. That and knowing that you're probably gonna get blown up by a grenade for no reason. Which happens in every COD though. If anyone's gonna start speedrunning COD, I'd recommend MW2 to start off with.
Switching to south corridor. Tangos converging on your position.
Exiting the tree. Taking the high road to the next.
Seeing minimal activity on the high road. You're off the radar for now.
Watch those corners.
Tango is masking the rotunda. Take it slow.
Let's go off this gun. There's one unique mission coming up that people really liked, but it's absolute hell to speed. This should be interesting to watch. It may actually be the next mission, but I'm not 100% on that. I don't know if actual level scientists don't even know it, which is kind of funny, because no one is supposed to panic. Yeah, there'll be one coming up soon because there's a defense sequence.
Let me.
I'd say now's a good time actually.
Drop your bag on the table over here.
One thing you actually probably know about this game is they copied and pasted most of the graphics from the mod. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but you could really tell. Easily blowing up back. Just toss one up here. It's usually this one or that one. Okay, it's that one. Yeah, pipe sometimes explodes and does that, and basically it makes it actually impossible for the enemies to get past it. Usually on one side. Almost done there. Beneath this first section. No, I don't want to get able to. Oh wow.
So it seems that the audio went out for some reason during my major donation reading. So you know what that means.
Should be some coming up at the end of this mission.
Let me know when you've got a little bit of free space again.
Alright, this is the skip I was talking about. It's risky, but it's so worth it.
Time check, 23:56.
And we do want to fight our way out of here, so you can guess what we're gonna do.
Keep your weapons low but ready. Time to blend in. Lay, help him. Lift. Don't shoot unless you want to fight your way out of here. Here we go.
No, that, my friends, saves a lot of time. Didn't realize you had dogs. Get it. Look up for the wrong car. Hey, I'm going for the wrong. This skips the entire sequence of waiting. There's that. Okay, if you want to read that donation now again, that's a good time.
A $1 donation from Left Side Worldwide. This time we're for sure you're gonna hear it. Welcome to Pull the Trigger 101. Private Tanya here is going to do a quick weapons demonstration to show you locals how it's done. No offense, but I see a lot of you guys firing from the hip and spraying bullets all over the range. You don't end up hitting the damn thing and it makes you look like an ass. Private Tanya, show him how it's done. You see what I mean? He sprayed bullets all over the place. You've got to pick your targets by aiming deliberately down your sight from a stable stance. Private Tanya, show our friends here how the Ranger takes down a target. Crouch first, then aim down your sights at the target. That's all there is to it. If you want your targets to go down, you gotta aim down your sights. Now, if your target is behind light cover, remember that certain weapons can penetrate and hit your target. The private here will demonstrate. Last but not least, you need to know how to toss a frag grenade. Toss the grenade downrange and take out several targets at once. Good. Note the frags tend to roll on sloped surfaces. Think twice before tossing one uphill. Alright, thanks for the help, Private Tanya. Now get over to the pit. General Prepper wants to see you run the court.
That's the end of the longest mission ever. Although sadly the second longest is yet to come. And also the third. No, this is the dreaded mission. Actually, I think it's maybe Atlas Falls. Yeah, it's Sal's fault.
Sir, they're on board.
Did the data give us anything?
Yes, we believe the Federation missile program is being developed in a factory near the port of Rio.
That coastline's locked down by the Fed's Third Fleet.
That's why we're headed south. To make a diversionary attack on
It's
the
okay.
Atlas platform in the heart of the Drake Passage.
That's pretty far behind the line. What's the advantage of taking it now?
We're in position. Likewise. Eyes coming up. Last patrol's inbound. Copy. Is that all of them? Roger, it's a full house. See you topside. Logan, pull the cam. Let's go.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing a lot more of this on later on. And that's not a good thing, because it's really bad.
On you. Drop him.
Unfortunately, it's the only gun in the game that fires under.
We're clear. Let's move. Dump your tanks and get topside.
Come on, we need to get over that ridge before they dig in. Stop 'em, don't let 'em regroup. Push wall, they're falling back.
Front of the front.
We're ready to move. Get over here.
Thought soft look from.
We're ready to move. Get over here. Line out. Keegan, Kick, you're on exfil duty. You Walker boys are with me. On you.
Step 1, disable pressure regulators. Step 2, overload the fire suppression and blow this thing sky high. Get ready, weapon spray at the top.
That's actually quite good. Not at all.
Copy, setting charges. Fire in the hole.
Kick. We're internal. Moving on the east side.
Check.
Hallway clear. Let's move. Someone had to hear that. Get a breacher on that dude.
Decent.
The door's down. Flash now. We're clear. Pressure regulators are through here. Watch your fire. We need the foreman alive. What are you doing?
Right, this is important. You have to stay behind him, or there is just no chance of solving.
No, don't do it. Your brother, stop. What are you doing? Keegan, flare stacks off. Stay clear of the derrick. It's about to get nasty up there.
Roger that, we're clear.
All right, let's head topside. Stay frosty. Do not fire until my command. Wait for it.
We even got fast Merrick. That's good. Sometimes he's really slow though. Like easily goes that pace the whole way up.
Keegan, we're about to shut down the fire suppression. Logan, I'll overload the pumps. You maintain the water pressure.
If you notice, the hand also has 30 frames.
Get that body off the console. Let's finish the job. Keep the pressure in the green while I overload the pumps. Okay, here we go. Just keep us out of the red. This won't take long. First pump's down. Keep it steady. Almost there.
It's possible to get ahead of these guys, but that's only ever happened to me once. And the other times I tried it, I either died or just failed. Alright, let's see in the battle's falls. Alright, this is the dreaded mission. It's very difficult to say the least. But it is unique, and from what I know, people like
The
watching it.
factory is still guarded by one ship, a destroyer packed with advanced weaponry. Its air defenses prevented attacks from above, but it's vulnerable.
Descending. 50 meters. Oxygen levels look good. Scarecrow, start the clock. Keep away from open water. We're not the only hunters out here. This way. Crash site is 5 clicks out. They're using sonar. Easy. Just move slow and off the ground. The foliage should help mask our signature. Hold up. Full control. Looks like we got company. Let them separate. Okay. Let's move up and stay low.
Bite that sting down. Gotta get off that quick, because believe it or not, I can actually solve the surface.
Slow down. Watch your distance from the surface. Stay down. Stay down. We don't want to attract anyone. They're onto us. Take them out.
So, carrying on the wall. Oh. Which could be what I'm sure do. This is a really bad death. Wait, what? They don't even know how that happened over. Yeah, but this is really bad so far. This is why I don't like the mission though.
Stay low. They're onto us. Take them out. Stay low.
I really don't like this gun, it's just so bad. Thinking about the rifle from the war didn't make it decent. Oh my gosh, that please. Alright, we'll see if we can die for no reason again. Okay, we got safe. Hopefully we get in here on time.
The target is on the move. You boys need to double time it or you'll miss your shot.
Alright. Basically what that does is despawn all the enemies.
Looks like they know we're here.
Alright, it's pretty bad, but you know, I suppose it could have gone worse. So the submarine sonar can like it's essentially just duck from it. I think you can get away with about 2 hits, but it's taken by the monster.
Roger, 2-1. Recommend you pull back immediately.
Negative, we'll find another way. I'll line it up, you got it in. Firing.
So we're near the end of this mission. This is actually the hardest part. Right, this is the hard bit. And boy, do I mean the hard bit.
Just make sure to get those birds here. 6-2 out. More divers. Take 'em out. Get down.
Running through that without shooting any of them is literally impossible. Believe me, I've just tried and I've lost a lot of runs to it. Another weird fact, you can die though, weirdly enough. I believe it's the red barrel. But it's weird, and I can't have a shot for avoiding them. Never swim by sharks, but they're kind of dumb. So much for that fish AI.
Slow down. We should be safe here. Just keep an eye out.
You also can't kill them.
Area clear.
Proceeds to run past. You literally pushed me though.
Oh, shit. Easy. That's a good sign.
Essentially, they're supposed to wait for Keegan, but it's so much easier to study out. And it's like that every time, it's not even around you.
That doesn't look good. We'll have to go one at a time.
Good then.
Looks like you already have a head start. Let's go. Stay away from the windows. Down the hatch.
Yeah, that's the end of the mission.
Looks like we're in the clear.
Alright, that's probably the second hardest mission in the game.
You're clear for phase 2.
The next one is the mission after this.
I hear you.
And also, we're right near the end of the game now.
Ready to go. We're greenlit for phase 2.
Roger that. 6-2 out.
And through it all, hanging over me like a black cloud, was Rourke. He destroyed an oil platform, lured away an entire fleet.
If we can get end of the line deathless, I'll be ahead of my PB probably.
Here,
Maybe.
waiting,
I'd say my biggest time save in my PB is at
ghost.
the very last level.
What happened to him?
I accidentally missed it last time. And it wasted about as much time as that underwater death, so. If I can fix that, we're definitely going to be ahead.
You got 2 contacts approaching low.
But it's quite essential we don't die on this mission at all.
They're down. Over to entry A. Scarecrow, we have eyes on the factory. Over. Roger. Making hold. Tango. He's yours. Let's move. King will handle perimeter and security. Nothing and no one gets through. want to keep it safe. No cameras in Black Zone. You're on your own inside. Starting override procedure. Heading in.
Multiple tangos, go hard.
Keep moving.
Full contact. Structure attack locked.
No chatter on enemy comms. Sounds like you're still clear.
Copy, Kick. Scarecrow, we're inside Black Zone. We're seeing what looks like rocket components.
So this is basically the second stum they're making,
Pressure locked. This must be it.
and this is kind of where the game starts kicking in, because the end missions in this game kind of link into each other,
Scarecrow, we found
and they're all really short, but in my opinion they're all
Actual. Pipe a feed for identification.
Logan, get your eyes patched in. Hesh, you too. Keegan, get the main
Visual
heat
feed
shield
is up.
open.
You're coming in clear.
Roger that, Scarecrow. Send your traffic.
Give us a look at the main unit. Right there, that's it. It's a kinetic rod delivery system.
Like the ones that took out San Diego.
Yeah. These are smaller, but there's a lot more of
I
them.
just like to mess around here while I loot.
Our Odin design. We need to find out how many they've built.
Ta-da!
Good work, boys. This was a big find. Hard flight, entire wing confirmed for bombing run. Total coverage is go for effect. Drop everything. Let's move.
Copy, Scarecrow. Just is confirmed. 8 clicks out, 6 minutes.
Alright, this is the hard bit. On my PB, I think I died here around 6 times.
Target Romeo and Birdhouse. Hard flight 21, 22, and 23. Target Cooper, Dixie, and Tango.
So, a time save here would definitely make up for the
Find
instant.
any data that can give us a bigger picture of their progress. Then get out of there. You have an entire air wing en route to level the whole complex.
Copy that. Kick, you got that? Arc lights en route. This entire factory's gonna disappear very soon.
Copy.
This is it. Find the data quick. We need to move.
Looks like manufacturing data. Satellite's label is 24. How many are there? There's encrypted data here. Here to be launch events, dates, predictions. I don't understand.
Meredith,
launch
got
these?
movement out here. Lots of it. Grab the data and get out of there now.
Stay down. Hold this position. Scarecrow, we're pinned. Can we get a hold on Arclight?
Negative. Arc
Okay,
line is
line
20
up
clicks
and
out
move.
past
Hey,
DNR.
stop.
Genesis cannot be diverted.
What the heck was that? We got a decent save, but I don't know where the hell I died.
Start a thermal. Move it up. Go. Flashbang. Clean house. We need to move.
Get flashbanged by around, dude. Okay. I don't know what's going on now, but it's not good. I think I'm getting meleeed. I'm not entirely sure though. The deaths in this section are always very questionable. Hopefully we'll at least get a good mark. No. Not even good mark. Yeah, it's bad mark RNG.
Transport, but you got a full house on the rooftop ahead of you. Logan, get back here.
Okay, we're moving on 3.
actually been faster than my PB, but because I did most of my deaths came from this mission, so maybe okay. We'll find out. Big cutscene coming up there, so any plugs or anything, now's actually the perfect time.
We destroyed number 24, but where are the other 23? Well, there ain't gonna be a 25th. J-Sock will give us our next steps. Time to head home, boys.
Our worst fears are confirmed. The Federation has reverse engineered a space weapons system from the wreckage of Odin.
How long until it's operational?
Unclear. The data you recovered has been sent on to NORAD. SecDef wants...
J-Sock's gonna want to move fast on this, so load up before you get any shut-eye. We got 6 hours till Keegan gets back.
Hold up. Something feel off to you?
Security's working.
You're awake. Good. Nice to have the family back together, isn't it? We're just
If we
missing
do
our
have a
quiet
moment
friend.
during this cutscene, I'd like to remind everyone that while we are still creeping closer, we have not
You know I'm
quite
not
made our
telling you a damn
incentive
thing.
to
No?
see Freedom Planet on a Guitar
Let's see if
Hero
I can change your
controller.
mind.
We're only at $77, so we need a little bit more. If you guys can manage to donate, you're not only helping Red Pandas, but getting a chance to get your paws on some of those awesome raffle prizes.
Show him how much pain he's causing you. Funny thing about your old man, he lets his men die to save his own ass.
Damn it, Rourke! This is between you and me! Leave my boys out of it!
You're talking to a superior, Lieutenant. Show some discipline.
You were never one of us. You're not a ghost.
Well, that's just because I'm better than you. I've always been better than you! But you call yourself a ghost? You're nothing. You and your sons are dead. Your name dies with you. Oh, he's still got a little life in him. Didn't he ever tell you not to aim guns at people? They could go off. That's it. Just a little more. That way. Come on. Stop. Point it at Dad. risking your life to protect your captain. You could learn something from him, Elias.
He's my son.
Yeah? And he's gonna get to watch you die. Okay, you hear me? Okay, you son of a bitch, I'm gonna kill you! Motherfucker!
I'm proud of you, Logan.
That's most of his cutscene now.
Everything's gonna be.
Nice if I did the longest cutscene.
You are right, Elias. I'm not a ghost. I'm the
My
man
in-game time will probably be
back
around
to
10
the other
minutes different to this, to the actual time it's showing, just because it loads early.
The boss wants the youngest one alive.
You okay, Merrick? Ribs broken. But I can move. We gotta get going.
Keegan, we're up and moving. Get here as soon as you can.
Check. I'll meet you in the kitchen.
We need to make it
Freaking
to the west
easy,
side of
though.
the building. It's our best chance of getting out of here.
Goes by the door. Let's make this quick.
We're clear. Where's Keegan?
He's on the
This is
way.
another stealth skip because
Grab that radio.
we're gonna also
Put some distance between us and them.
show these
Sounds
guys.
like they heard us. They're sending more of them our way.
Ash, what's your location?
Moving to the kitchen. Why?
I'm almost there. You better find a place to hide. A lot of guys headed right to you.
How many?
Too many.
Get him up. Hide in here, quick. Down, get down.
Turn the radio down.
Shh.
Logan, no!
Keep low.
He's gonna go work.
The end bit to this mission is actually extremely difficult, but we'll take it slow for the marathon's sake.
Okay, they're going.
Thanks for the shout out, asshole.
Hold up here. More of them coming in.
Looks great.
We won't be able to get around them.
Wait until they get close.
left side. We're almost out.
So this is the last part of the mission, and you're gonna see why it's really hard in seconds.
Logan! Logan! You okay? How about you, Merrick?
I'm good. But we need to move before those choppers find out where we are.
If we can make it to the strip, I can find us a ride out of here.
And this is why.
Take it slow.
Running through this,
We're gonna be outnumbered.
I'm not gonna say it's impossible because the first one I ever did, I did manage to do it successfully. It's very difficult to say the least. So I take the stride step.
He's okay. Bull went straight through.
I'm getting shot from someone. It is, like I said, it is possible to remember it all. It's more of an IO thing. And that's the end of scenes. So we're almost on the end game now. Just after this mission, in my opinion, it's more or less just one big mission. It splits itself into about 4 parts. Revelations never die, or hunted probably. They're just simple and really don't have too much cutscenes in them. They're great watching during a casual play, but
I was gonna say, since we've gone through quite a bit of the run, what is your favorite mission in this?
Copy, Phantom 2-2. You are cleared for landing. Deck is prepped.
Fair. We gotta go after him. I want Rourke.
Negative, Hesh. Federation satellites are moving into position. If they go live, the Feds can strike targets anywhere on the globe.
So what's the plan?
We risk everything we have left, including our last carrier. And we take it straight into the heart of Federation territory. We hit him on the ground, and we hit him in the sky. It's all or nothing.
Lieutenant Mack, please report to the flight deck.
When the assault starts, we need a ghost team on the ground.
We'll be ready.
And you'll be leading this one, Hesh.
You're not coming?
I'll be in Elias' seat, coordinating your resources. Your father was a great man, a great leader. You saw the same potential in both of you. Here, Logan. This belonged to him.
Sorry, boy. Your job's done. You're going with Merrick.
He'll be safe.
All call signs. Federation forces have entered our airspace. Report to your station. Launching alert 5 aircraft to intercept.
We gotta help them clear the deck and find transportation to the ground.
We are being boarded. Repeat, all hands to station. We are being boarded.
this is what you'll see about Trigger Finger coming.
Operational. They can hit us anywhere, anytime. The wipe us out. We gotta hold them off and deliver the invasion force.
Hornets are in the air. I repeat.
Oh, wow.
Hornets are in the air.
Okay, he came out of absolutely nowhere. And another thing with COD, it has this weird thing that I'm telling you this happens to everyone, you just cannot see enemies in Europe.
Sending assistance.
Why they call it? They're not usually come from here.
Hornets are in the air. I repeat, Hornets are in the air.
They don't normally come from though. In fact, I didn't even know there was an M27 there.
Multiple runners port side, sending assistance.
Enemies landed on the rear deck.
10 more bogies within alert 5 distance. Prep and deliver topside. Secondary targets approaching Zulu 19.
How long until the Osprey's up and functional? We're loading her now. She'll be airborne and ready in 2 mics. Grab the target and control. We need to direct the drop. Back around on tight runs. Just be ready to mark those targets. Need transport to join the assault hitting the ground array. Yes, sir. Choppers are inbound. It'll be 10 plus.
All squads, we have incoming Federation Zodiac to the north.
Let's go. They're trying to board the ship. Take out the Zodiacs.
Ordnance is loaded.
Tango's climbing the side of the ship.
Osprey is 1 minute out. Be advised, 2+ enemy watercraft approaching the Carolina from the east. All squads, additional Federation forces incoming from the north. Hostile gunboats incoming.
Cut the rope.
Copy 3-1. Multiple boats confirmed hit. Big plus hits. Nice job, 3-1.
Now, if you're wondering why I'm walking up here, it is literally so you can do this instantly. You'll trigger the sequence instantly, it saves a couple of seconds.
More Zodiacs incoming.
Titan 3-1 is online. Making our
Take out the Zodiacs. Regroup on me.
Titan 3-1 is ready for another bomb run.
Understood, 3-1.
Titan 3-1 coming in hot. Mark the target.
Yeah, there we go.
Nice job, 3-1. All squads, be advised, the Federation gunship is in the AO.
We gotta get the missile launcher online and take down that gunship. We need to get off the deck. Get out of the open. Follow me. Grab the rig and paint the targets. I'll cover you. Logan, we have to take down that gunship.
There it is! Federation gunship! Target the gunship!
Enemy flares deployed.
We can't take another hit like that! Cool breach! Cool breach!
Gunship is circling around. Concentrate on those choppers.
Behind, incoming right!
Sending rescue teams to your location, Carolina.
I don't know how many rockets this thing has, but it has a few.
Ground air support. We lost communication with the Carolina.
Gunship to the right. Good hit. The gunship's damaged.
Behind, incoming right!
does.
Inbound rods entering the atmosphere. The satellites are operational. All hands brace for impact. Alert! Impact grenade incoming chopper! Go, go, go!
It's kind of hoping this carrier will be deathless, but
Tower's coming down!
I guess not.
To your right! Look out for that outbreak! Watch out! Get to the heli! Come on, Logan! Get on, let's go! That had to be Federation satellites. They got the damn thing operational. We've only got one shot at this. We need to join the main assault and take out the ground array, or this war is over.
We'll strike 2 targets at the same time. The assault team's launched headed for the Federation space station. Their mission is to breach the station and take control of its orbital weapons. To make their approach possible, we have to destroy the space station's early warning array on the ground. Hesh, you'll lead a team to seize control of their command center and launch a missile at their ground array. Lord could be in the area.
Parachutes ready! Tank front! Clear the area for armor drop!
All tank crews prepare for drop. ETA 2 minutes. Command, we're entering heavy anti-air traffic. Half a click from the drop zone.
Do not deviate from your course. We need those tanks on point. Command out. We got the green light. Prep all systems. Roger. Badge 2 ready.
Weapon systems coming online. GPS is functional. Tanks prepped and ready.
So essentially, this is now the end game. Last few missions. It counts them as free, but I mean, for me, it just counts as. Generally supposed to use guided runs and that, but you could just use the TOR system if you wanted to save time. I mean, using the normal cannon. I don't know what that was. Alright, so this is just the defense takedown. We do a couple of tricks with these. Just got that one. Just
Enemy attack choppers moving in. Light out the smoke. Switch to thermals.
can't see the region. Just look at it. Alright, it's all of them.
Badger 1. Rally with 4th Battalion and run hot to Echo 3-2. High-value acquisition underway in Foxtrot 9. Ghost team are active. Repeat, ghosts are en route.
Launch facility ahead. You secure the control room and launch the Federation missiles up the target site.
Ash, this is Merrick. Latest intel has confirmed that Rourke is at the facility, but you have to get that missile launched first. Understood. Head down.
Yeah, no, I'll start this mission, which is cool.
Time to improvise. On you go.
Huh, hovering gun now.
Merrick, launch room secure. Command, trajectory updated. Preparing to launch warhead. Be advised, the area is covered by multiple V-75 Mantis turrets.
Understood. Sending Badger Battalion to clear the way. Command out.
Let's launch this thing.
Command, payload is away. We have a successful launch.
Command copies all. Good work, gentlemen.
Hear this? It's Rourke. He's here. They're evacuating on the trenches below.
Merrick, missiles away. We're gonna lead on Rourke. We're going after him. Negative, Ash. Turn to rally. We'll track him down together.
Sorry, Merrick.
Sorry.
Fire team suppressed in 3-1. Advancing to the loading bay.
Roger that.
There's Rourke straight ahead. Rourke's gonna be on that train soon. Let's move. Train's leaving. Let's go.
Ghosts have secured the sector. Missile is inbound. Divert all forces to primary objective. Forward elements of B Company will have air support at the ground array. The AA gun will destroy anything in the sky, including our missile. Our tanks
While we're in this crazy fire, guys, just another quick reminder that we still have some goals to be met, and we still have some incentives that and bid wars and such that we can get some money
Close.
towards. We are gonna try to see if before the end of this marathon we can double our original goal and hit $1,000. If you can be a part of that to help save the red pandas, well, I would incredibly appreciate it, and I know they would too.
Enemy AA turrets need to be destroyed so the strike can be effective.
Copy all, Command. Target the tank line. About to crash brigade.
Yeah, I actually completely forgot for a moment that in this mission you don't even take any of these down. You're actually supposed to lose your tanks. It's not even supposed to be possible. Speedrunner. Know where I'm going. Somehow managed it.
Command, all AA turrets have been eliminated. Package is cleared hot. All call signs. Evacuate the area. Payload is inbound to your coordinates. Repeat.
I think that's a strafe here because sometimes you can sort of fuck yourself.
Move your ass, soldier! Badger 2 is non-operational. Repeat, Badger 2 is non-operational. One of the crew is alive. Moving into pickup. We got our men. Proceeding to exfil at Charlie Delta. Movement, Badger 1. Missile is 30 seconds to impact.
Incoming enemy helos.
Direct fire on those birds.
Alright. Second last bit now. This mission is quite interesting. Because if you know the strat and what to do, you can actually like avoid the majority of the conflict.
The satellite array is severed. Green light on phase 2. I repeat, we have go for phase 2. Icarus actual. Ground mission successful. They're blind down here. Start your attack.
Roger. Second stage separated. Vectoring to target. Icarus Actual, this is command. You should have visual on the station.
Heavy Federation reinforcements are in pursuit of ground forces. Sit rep.
Bear, be advised. We made it to the station.
Make it fast, actual.
So
We're taking
essentially
heavy
what I
units
do
down
now
here.
is I travel underneath here.
Let's get control of this station, then we'll start raining some hell of our own. EVA's engaged. Contact! Get to cover! Tangos, 12 high! Watch out for the fuel line, it's starting to ignite!
I don't know if you can call that out of balance as in Canada's goal up. But yeah, easy strat. Not possible on a high difficulty though.
Thompson, we can't stop now! Let's move! Tangos, 12 high!
Icarus, be advised. We've lost the carrier.
Oh gosh,
Give me a sit
I'm in
rep.
trouble here. For some reason, won't let me knife.
We'll have to breach the exterior wall. Suppressing fire!
Let's say the feds are merciful. Alright. Not too bad.
All clear, move up! Control module's just ahead! Charge is set! Here's hoping these things work up here.
Oh gosh. Thought I killed him. Well.
train moving southwest through your targeting area. Hold your fire. Repeat. Friendlies are on the train. Check your fire. Icarus, now feeding you local Federation armor columns. Be careful, they're right on top of our guys. Nice job, Icarus. Heavy armor's been nullified. Ground units are being flexed. Do you have visual? Visual confirmed. Targeting now. Good work, Icarus. Local units can clean up remaining hostile forces. Prepare to target remaining Federation naval vessels. Location at... Hold, Icarus. Incoming traffic. Icarus Actual, do you still have eyes on the southwest train?
Alright, so this is the last mission coming up.
Relay previous order. Target the train and fire on it.
Sir, there are ghosts on that train.
The order comes from the ghosts. You're confirmed. Repeat, confirmed. Fire on that train.
Thompson, fire when ready.
Dad taught us many things, but one lesson always stood out.
Here we go.
Good men are defined by the choices they make. Logan and I made a choice. A promise. To the fallen ghosts before us. To Dad. We'd fight Rourke and we'd stop him.
Tell Rourke we're coming for you.
Why don't you just tell me yourself?
You're done, Rourke. Let's finish this. Looks like Icarus got control of the rod. Rourke must be in the further train.
Contact! They're moving on the cargo! Shit, that was close! Center 12 o'clock! Take cover in the cargo! We'll get to Rourke faster on the rooftop! Incoming! You okay, Logan? Let's move!
Now, if you're wondering why I'm stopping to kill, there is a reason. If you just run past them all, which is quite easy, you will sort of fuck the game. And if you do that, there's only one way out of it if it saves you. And we really don't want to do that. You don't have to kill all of them, just the majority of them. But for safety, I'll probably do the majority. All the ones I can actually see. Don't even bother in this. Yep, okay. The fuck? Should be okay. Yep, good.
Let's get this faster! Rourke's pinned! He knows we're coming! North, you copy? Copy, Ash. We're moving in on Rourke! If you hear the word checkmate, you will fire in our position! Confirm! Say again, repeat your lines. You heard me, Merrick! Our checkmate hit this train!
We can't take any chances, Logan. Even if we fail, Rourke dies. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Fun fact, the train was underwater for a second.
It's over.
No, it's going back under.
Checkmate.
Checkmate confirmed.
What was that? so?
Fun fact, if you spin the round, I come it was the first one. But yeah. This is the weird part. Getting out of here, sometimes you get blocked, and it's like nothing you can do about it. It gives you like just barely enough time to get out. We'll do this first trial, so time. Alright, we do it. Coming up on time in a sec.
You got him, Logan. I did it. Merrick, come in. Merrick, did you copy?
Hesh, is that you?
Yeah, I'm with Logan. We're okay.
And Rourke?
Dead. He's dead.
Copy that. The Federation's in full retreat. The rest of the payload's inbound to finish the job. Sit tight. Recon's coming for you.
No, don't be fooled, because this actually is. So time doesn't quite yet.
I'm proud of you, Logan.
Yeah, time doesn't actually end yet. It's sequel, babe, but you know.
Look at what you did.
You know, I actually wouldn't mind the Ghost too.
You're good.
As long as they freaking make the cutscene skippable.
You'd have been a hell of a ghost. But that's not gonna happen. There ain't gonna
Hello,
be any ghosts.
There we go, that's time.
Destroy them together.
Alright, let's Call of Duty Ghosts, everybody. Oh, that was a long run. Yeah, it's time. It ends when he shoots Logan. Alright, so that was Call of Duty Ghosts. Let's see what time I got without worlds. I did individual time. It was 2:45, 35
Let me know
with
when
loads.
time.
Not too bad. Yeah, it was correct for real time, but my in-game time was 2:45. Pretty decent. But yeah, that's been Call of Duty Ghosts.